Oh my God. It's Base Taste episode 4, right?
Thought it was like 7 or 6.
No, we're not. That'd be impossible. I'm pretty sure we're on 4. I'm pretty sure this is the 4th episode. It's been like a year this time.
Our yearly uploads.
Yeah. That'd be good for us, honestly, yeah, right?
Every year.
Yeah.
I think a little sooner would be more nice.
Nah. Then I have
No,
to talk to you more. That's like a problem.
we
I
already
also have
talked a
to like
lot.
watch anime or some shit.
Uh,
No, actually we hate each other this whole time. The viewers at home might have thought, through parasocial relationships that we were actually like great friends or whatever, but actually revealed that we hated each other. That happens a lot with like online friendships.
yeah,
But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. What are we here to talk about?
we're here to talk
You,
about you.
you.
We're here to talk about a little film we saw as of recent. A film called Kaguya-Sama, Love is War, First Kiss That Never Ends. Right? That's the name.
That is the name.
Oh, the god. I want to see all
You
the...
didn't say, you
What?
didn't say Kaguya-sama with the right inflections, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll
Oh,
forgive you
yeah.
that.
Oh, sorry. I'll do better next time. That's right.
Yeah, you better. Uh, so John, then, what did you think of the film that we saw in theaters together?
Yeah, the one you're 20 minutes late to? Fashionably
Yeah, the
late.
one. Yeah, I was late. My mom, that's that son of a gun, that old dog. She got bronchitis, and I had to
That
go
old
get
man.
medicine for her. That fucking bitch. Uh, yeah, so I had to go get her medicine like last second. That's why I was late. No other events caused me to be late, just because of that.
Yeah, just because of bronchitis.
Yeah, yeah, just because of bronchitis, not because of any celestial bodies. Uh, so do you want to talk about the first 20 minutes that I wasn't there to?
uh, well, the film, the entirety of it in general is just really funny, and
It was,
the
especially the
first,
first 20 minutes.
yeah, the first 20 minutes are actually pretty funny. Uh, we're
Samesies.
we're introduced to a little deformed Kaguya. Uh,
Super deformed, as they say,
yeah,
because that's what moe means.
yeah, which was really really cute and funny, treating her like a little child.
Yeah,
But
it was
but
wholesome big chungus.
yeah, it is. But they show like the real perspective of like how Chip Kaguya looks, and it's just like Kaguya spaced out, like wiggling her arms like a little snake, kind of like Nagatoro. That was pretty
Stole
funny.
from them.
Yeah, and then the
It was the
president
wonderful
himself
president.
becomes a little like chibi character too, which is also fun.
Kaicho.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
That's just what president means in Japanese.
Ah, okay. And then
But
everyone's favorite girl, Miko Ino, right? The
something like that.
Miku? Yeah, no. Wait.
Who cares? That dumb cunt.
Don't say
Nah,
that.
JK, I like her.
She's a good character, yeah. Yeah, Miko Ina.
Yeah, no, it's just fun.
I know Miko's part of her name. I don't know if I'm saying her other part right, but
I think it's yeah.
yeah. But she walks in on them being all chibi and she's like confused. It's pretty funny. So you didn't miss out on too much. Just on those two little chibi characters, I guess.
I did read at least up to that point of the manga like years ago. So like when I came in, I was like, oh, I know I'm caught up. I know what happened. So I wasn't like lost or anything. I will say though, for the purpose of watching this movie, I binged watched Kaguya-Sama like season 1, 2, 3 in the OVA, which is in between season 1 and 2. Uh, and the day of the movie, I was like halfway through season 2, so I was like, damn, I need to watch all the shit, before getting the movie. That was my little personal goal, even though I already knew what was gonna happen because I read the manga. So that was my personal goal. And the day of the movie, I watched like 10 hours of fucking Kaguya-Sama, just
Worth
like straight.
based.
It was worth it. It was great. I do love Kaguya-Sama, and I did love this movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie. Great movie.
It was. I will say though, like obviously it's funny. It's very of the show, and I think it's like we were discussing it after we saw it, but like it didn't really feel like a movie. It just felt like a condensed part of the show. Like if they edited together, like just a couple episodes together, it didn't really feel like a movie. And I would say that's like the biggest fault of the film.
Yeah. Yeah, it just felt like a really
But
long
even
episode.
yeah, which is not bad because
Isn't
like
bad, yeah.
Kaguya goaded. Kaguya goaded
Yeah,
as fuck.
it's
So
very
like
entertaining start to finish.
yeah, but it just didn't feel like a movie like Jujutsu Kaisen Zero where it's like immediately like oh my gosh the budget's like so much higher because it's sort of like a backhanded compliment a little bit, but like the Kaguya anime is already very highly like produced and animated. So like it felt like the show, but the show is already really well animated, so like there was not like really an increase of budget or not budget, but like, visuals.
Yeah.
Uh at least immediately. There obviously it wasn't well animated, but yeah, it didn't feel like a movie.
There were some good visuals though.
There were. No, I mean obviously, yeah, it's Kaguya. Dude, Kaguya goated. Kaguya goated with the sauce when it comes
Just
to
keep
like
on saying it.
animation. It was goaded.
Just keep calling it goated.
It was
It was
goaded.
good.
It was
It was good.
Kino. It was peak.
Uh, yeah, it was goated. We'll say though,
Yeah.
didn't in the film didn't something happen like important happen with Shigami with like his romance interest that we didn't get to see? I was kind of like,
Yeah. A very important scene that happened was like mentioned in the background passingly,
yeah,
which to me it felt like the reason why I think they made this in a particular arc into a movie because it is an arc of the manga where it's like Kaguya, wanting to like be fully accepted for herself, which was like a really great like through line in the film, which we can go into a little bit more. But anyways, the reason why I think they made this a film is just to condense that whole arc into like one thing, so they didn't have to like move away from it because it is like really important, and that's why I think they sort of just mentioned it offhandedly. I'd assume if hopefully Kaguya gets a fourth season and we can see like that explored because that's really important, and if we never get to see that like fully explored in the anime, then that'd be really disappointing. But that's why I think they did that. Is just to like condense this one arc into like a whole thing.
yeah. I mean, I could see it getting a fourth season. It's really popular.
I pray. I pray to all the gods, new and old.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd sell my left testicle for a fourth Kaguya season.
So would I. So would I.
Yeah. Uh, but as we mentioned, the through line of the film is Kaguya wanting to be fully accepted, uh, which I think is like such a great thing for like a romance anime because a lot of the time with romance animes, it usually does end at the romance, like they get together and that's it, with the story. And it's really cool that like they actually do explore Kaguya and Kaicho as like a couple. Like that's so
Yeah.
great to me. I think it's really good. And I think the theme of the movie of like wanting to be fully accepted and like, trying to do that, I thought was handled pretty well. I only have like a few gripes, but how did you feel about
Very good.
it? That's it? Nothing else?
Nothing else.
Okay. I also thought it was good. The only problem is that I felt like it was too over-explanatory, which is sort of a problem with like anime
Oh,
in general, I
about like the
guess you could say.
the like commentator guy.
No, not just the commentators, but mostly the characters themselves. They just sort of explain themselves a little bit too much. Although I will give them credit that it makes sense because these are like two characters who are even trying to understand themselves, and like a lot of it is nice because it's like them talking to each other and trying to like come to like an understanding. I thought that part was nice, but it's more of like the narrator is a little bit up to that where it's like you don't need to fully explain it to me. And I feel like a lot of the times they did that, and I felt like it deterred a little bit. Like I don't think it was a huge problem. I would just say like there were like a couple of sentences that didn't need to be there in the script because it's like I feel like we got it as an audience, you know.
Yeah, but I do like his voice though.
I know he was great. I love the narrator.
Yeah,
I love I fucking love the doctor character so much.
yeah.
He's
Uh,
so funny.
We like skipped to like towards the like middle-ish endish of the movie, but with the doctor. But no, that scene was
Yeah.
great. One of the funniest scenes in the movie.
I I also loved it as like a exploration of Kaicho's like past and why he's like working so hard. I also did like that uh where they do explain why the president so badly wanted her to confess instead of him,
Yeah,
and also like his whole thing about grades and stuff and putting an effort into things. That was good because like for Kaguya it made sense because it's like, oh, she's like in a high position, but like for the president it wasn't fully clear until it was explained. I was like, damn.
I think one of your pets wanted to speak his thoughts for a second there.
Oh yeah, he loved the movie. We brought him
Snuck him in 20 minutes late.
in. Yeah. Yeah, 20 minutes late. Uh,
No, but
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, one thing that I was so glad that they didn't explain. It was one thing where I was dreading, like I was really dreading them mentioning it, but I love the fact that throughout the film, since this is like a film about like, fully accepting a person, there's like a lot of metaphors of like, persona and like, like putting on a mask and stuff and like
oh yeah,
how you maneuver into society and stuff. God damn, my dog's a burger. One piece of symbolism that they use in the film is sort of like the moon. Like they'll point to several shots of the moon and like it's like half, showing it's like a what do you call it? Like half
half
moon? Is
moon.
it just like half moon? And then the
Cool.
celestial charts or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so it's just a half moon throughout most of the film, and that's like an obvious metaphor for like how for a long time Kaguya feels like she's only been showing like a part of herself, not the full thing, and like near the end of the film it like shows like a winning gibbous or I don't know. I'll
What?
put it on screen. I don't fucking remember. Uh, for like the moon phases. But it shows a bit more of the moon, like a more illuminated, and it's sort of like a metaphor for like they're understanding each other more. And I was like, oh, that's such a nice little thing. And then they never explained it. They never said like, oh man, the moon is like us, some shit like that. They
That,
just they
that,
just had it as like a good little thing, and I'm like, okay, that's good.
that's what you
I'm
like.
glad they didn't do that. So they had some restraint.
Yeah. No, I did like those scenes though, where it showed like the inside of Kaguya's mind and how she was like, arguing with herself, like her different
Yeah,
versions. I really like those scenes a lot. And
yeah, they're great.
there's a few times where like in those scenes they throw like her chibi version like in the trash of like useless stuff or whatever, and she like pop out to talk.
Yeah.
I like that. That's funny. But no,
And the voice actress did a really good job. Like this is one thing I think of the Kaguya like voice actress. She does like a fucking amazing job. I feel like because she goes from like Ice Queen to like like preppy like excited girl like
yeah,
so well. It's like seamless where it's like 1 second like
her
mid
her
performance
change of
she'll be like the
emotions
Ice Queen and
is
then it'll go
yeah,
somewhere else. Yeah,
really
it's so smooth. Like yeah, she's really good at that.
good. Yeah, it is really good. I really like.
This must have been a tough film for her. I'd
Think
imagine since like pretty much she's playing like three characters really when you think
I know,
about it.
but I mean, she's been doing it for some time, like 3 seasons worth, of doing that,
Yeah. Miss
of being
anyone?
like cold to like you're like her like flustered self, I guess.
Yeah.
But
The middle Kaguya. What's the middle Kaguya? I think the middle Kaguya is just
like
Kaguya,
yeah,
but like the small Kaguya is like the super or no, small Kaguya is the id, ice Kaguya is the super ego, and child Kaguya is the ego. I think something like that. And then regular Kaguya is like the middle of all that. She's like the projector,
yeah,
all those emotions, all those masks, all those personas. Uh, One thing that I really liked is the conversation that they have in the park. Like it's pretty much the climax of the film. I think the climax of the film is so great because it's them actually just talking and having a conversation on how they feel. And I really like the ending where like after the resolution of them coming to like, it's true that we did things that are uncharacteristic of ourselves to like get to a certain position and stuff. But that does not necessarily mean that isn't who we are or that we always have to be like that. Sometimes we don't have to like have all these guards on us. Sometimes we can just like let them out and be like in what quote unquote would be like our true selves and stuff. I like the discussion of all that of like what is the true self? Like, is this me? Is this like what is the true self? And I think the ultimate conclusion is that like they're all us. Like all these masks that we put on whenever like we interact with anybody. Technically, those are all us. And I really like at the end where it's like uh the president like comes up dressed like really normal, and then they have that short exchange where like she's getting after him for that, and he was like, well, it's that kind of day, which is like the sort of like what they left off in the park scene. And I really like that, like it just like the narrator starts talking, and then like you get that little scene of them holding hands, which is like Kaguya saying like she accepts that and stuff. So like they're growing as a couple, and they're actually moving towards what they were talking about. And I'm like, oh man, that's such a sweet little thing.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. So all you have to say. Come on, you gotta add more, Greg.
Sorry, it's hard.
That's why we're doing a podcast, James. uh, no, but I thought that was great because I really liked the like the introspection of like like who are we, like what is the true self, and I thought the film did a good job discussing that. It reminded me of specifically Persona 4 in Risei Social Link, uh, where like it was a discussion of like what is the true self, and like the conclusion is like like we're all large, like everything, like all of it, you know there's not one particular thing that is more true than the no, or maybe there is, but like it's the collection of things, it's not just one thing. uh
Yeah, but
I think it's a good message, and I like thinking about that.
funny that you mentioned Persona, but our friend M Shot, who also joined us to watch the film. The very
Yeah,
first
he sadly died of diarrhea after the film ended.
he did, but when the first scene came out of like the first mention of like masks, he leaned over to me and whispered like Persona, which I thought was pretty funny. I don't know if you were there for
Did you like when I tried to play footsie with you?
that. I did not
I
like
had to say
that. I
Persona.
don't like you kicking me, putting your feet on my jeans. I didn't like that. No, I didn't like that. And
It's yeah.
and there's actually a celebrity at the arcade before the film started.
Oh yeah, Seth Rogen was
So
there.
yeah, Seth Rogen was at the arcade playing some cram machines, and he won a little Donkey Kong plush. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, John was playing with it throughout the whole film.
Did we just call myself like Seth Rogen?
No, Seth Rogen got it for you.
Oh yeah,
That's the
yeah.
lore. He came in, he won it, and then he gave it
He's
to
like, "Oh, you want me to sign it?" I was like, "No, I'm fine. Thanks, Seth."
you.
Yeah,
Donkey
he did
Kong.
his laugh and left with some popcorn, of course. But yeah, I had to hold on to the Donkey Kong plushie for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's a smooth transition to talk about the theater experience, well, which I will say is mostly negative
Yes,
on the theater
the
itself.
theater sucked.
The audience was good.
Audience was
Yeah,
amazing.
the theater sucked. Yeah, the theater was like hot. The screen was dirty and like actually bent.
Every time there was like a
It
scene
was
with
it
like
was creased.
yeah, when it
Yeah,
was like an all white scene or like mainly white, you could see like the stains on the screen. It was so annoying.
it was
And
not
then the
good.
seats
Yeah,
sucked. I couldn't recline.
yeah, it was
And
hot.
we had to
There's a lot of people there
right. It
though. It was
was
pretty
pretty
packed,
packed.
so it was hot. They had like no air conditioner, I
Yeah.
guess.
And then we
Uh,
had to drive or at least me and M Shot had to drive a longer distance to go to that theater because they only showed it in like a few,
yeah, select
yeah, the
theater.
select few, and unfortunately that shitty one was one of them. But I think the
Yeah,
audience kind of made up for it because they were amazing. The audience was
yeah.
awesome.
I will say though, they laughed at parts that weren't meant to be funny.
Yeah, like a hospital scene.
Yeah,
That's like the main one I can remember. It was like him laying down on the hospital bed after he like fainted or something. Like a lot of people start laughing, and I'm
yeah,
like, well, I guess it's a little bit comedic, but it's not really supposed to be in this situation.
yeah. It wasn't.
But but there's a guy who sat behind us who had like a pretty silly laugh, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, he sounded like 40, and I was like, why does this guy care?
Hey man, it's Kaguya-sama. Everyone loves
But
it.
you know, yeah, that's true. No, it is peak. You know,
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. I'm being a little
it's
too harsh.
goaded. How you been saying this whole
Yeah,
time?
it is goaded. It is peak. It is Kino. It is every positive adjective in the English lexicon. It is not mid,
Yeah, it's not mid. Definitely not.
not mid.
You know, I was thinking about it earlier. Like actually, before we started and we took our potty break, um, I've only seen four.
Cleaned our
Huh?
assholes.
Yeah, we cleaned our
Yeah, we cleaned our
booties.
assholes.
I've only seen four anime films in total thus far, which was
Yeah,
that one, the Demon Slayer, Mugen Train, Jujutsu Kaisen
bad films.
Zero, and the Konosuba movie.
The rest of those are good.
Those are the only ones I've seen, and you know, Kaguya-sama ties for second place with the Konosuba movie for me.
Yeah. And Mugen Train dead
Movie Train
last because
is
that
third
film fucking
place,
sucked.
but I did enjoy the movie. But I just thought the other three
I didn't.
were a little bit better, different ways. But yeah, JJK
Love
Zero
comedies.
#1. I love that
Nah.
film. Nah,
For me, of those films, because I've seen all those films also, those aren't the only anime films I've seen.
yeah,
But I would put Konosuba number one,
bias.
Kaguya number two, JJJJJJK number three, and Mugen Train dead last, baby, because that film fucking sucked.
I enjoyed Mugen Train, but I am a Demon Slayer fan,
No,
so unlike you,
I mean, I enjoyed the first season well enough,
really.
but that's a separate video. We're going into a separate topic. We gotta talk about Kaguya. We gotta stay on track. Haha.
We're just talking about anime
Uh,
movies.
no, but we gotta talk about Kaguya
It's nice to throw in a
more.
little bit of like spices here and there to the
No, no,
meat.
no, no, no,
Ka-
no. Everyone's
to the
gonna be
Kaguya
mad.
meat.
They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be like, "Why aren't you talking about Kaguya
Yeah,
right this
the zero
fucking
people
second?"
watching this are gonna get so fucking angry.
Yeah, they're gonna get mad. They're gonna yell. They're gonna
Where's
scream.
my Kaguya-sama content? But
Uh, I feel like we've talked about what we want to say though, right?
yeah, let's end it here. Bye. No,
Wait,
I'm joking. Don't it?
wait. I want to give one more compliment before we. I really like the running joke of Kaguya being like a like a parkour master. There's like three
Oh yeah,
scenes of her like
It's
doing
so
extreme
true.
parkour, and I was like, this is the coolest shit. It was so well
She's like
animated too.
running
It was
super
crazy.
fast. She's like jumping over
Doing
walls
like
and
flips and
stuff. Yeah,
shit.
fences. I love that part. I think it was at the very end when he's running away with the gift, right? The Christmas gift, where like he
Yeah,
jumps
the
and he runs away, and then she like she sticks like a perfect landing and like like starts sprinting at him. I think that's how it went.
yeah. I love the slow
Yeah,
turn.
she did. Like,
She
yeah,
struck a perfect landing and did a slow
yeah. It was
turn
like
to the right,
intimidating in
then
a way,
ran.
like how she turns slowly at him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that
so
scene. That was
great.
amazing. Also,
It was a great
the
movie.
we talked about the doctor and that being like one of the funniest scenes, but the scene that got me the most was the Ishigami little cutscene thing
Oh
where he does
yeah,
like his
yeah.
monotone laugh.
It's fuck. What's the
It was
term?
like
If I don't get it, I'll just put it on screen. Eye catch. It was an eye
an
catch.
eye catch. Oh,
Yeah, that's what they
yeah, yeah,
call little like intersections like that is called an eye catch. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Where they just like replayed him like
yeah.
laughing like one
Yeah,
audio clip.
yeah. I had to hold in my laughter, like
Yeah. Ha ha ha.
yeah, because what was the context? He was typing like I type like this, and he typed like LOL or something like that.
Yeah, he typed lol, and then so they did ha 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 ha. Ha.
I had to hold it.
Actually,
I had to-
I could try to do that effect. If I do it, it's right here.
Oh,
For
I
me.
wasn't
Uh,
there. Oh, he
but
couldn't
yeah, that
find
was
it.
great.
No.
No, if I'm gonna try to imitate it. So.
Okay. But no, that scene got me the most, and I held in my laugh for like 5 minutes after that scene played, because I didn't want to like be loud, even though the audience like probably wouldn't have cared. I didn't want to laugh, like late to that scene, so I had to like hold back my laughter for like a solid few minutes, because I don't know, it just really got me. That was like one of the funniest scenes, probably my favorite scene.
Yeah, it is a funny movie. One of
Yes.
the highest compliments I can give it is that it made me laugh out loud, which is not a thing that all comedies can do. So I think it's
You
very
know,
impressive that he
you
keeps
scared me
us
so
keeps
bad when you
season.
laughed out loud that I peed myself a little bit.
Really?
No.
Is that why it smelled like Mononia in there?
It's probably all the
Mononia?
people around us. I swear to
You know
God,
where?
no.
What? Mionia? What?
Pneumonia?
What? Anyways, what?
What were you trying to say?
What were we
Okay,
saying?
well,
Mionia?
pneumonia.
Minonia?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. How do you say it?
Pneumonia.
Say it again. Minonia.
No.
Minona.
Pneumonia.
Say it again.
Okay, we're getting off
Minonia.
topic. We're just pneumonia.
Yeah.
Okay, no, but you brought up it smelled like pneumonia, and I swear to God, at one point, I thought I swear to God, I smelled wine. Did you smell wine?
No.
It's
But also, I'm not an alcoholic like you,
I
so I
know,
don't know what to say.
but I swear to God,
Okay.
it smelled like wine behind me. And I was like, "Is someone drinking?"
It
I
might
don't
have been.
know, but
That's not a great movie to drink to, but
it was it was for a brief moment. It didn't like last for like the whole film, but it was like for like a solid minute. It smelled like grape. It's like the best way I could
yeah.
describe it. The kind of like wine, I guess.
You know, for a theater full of weebs and a theater that like seemingly had no air condition, I must say it didn't smell.
Well, it smelled like wine for a
Did not
minute,
smell.
for me at least.
Yeah, to you, Liz,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you smell pneumonia, but
I mean, that was a
yeah,
joke.
I know. But no, yeah. You
Uh,
think you'd smell like body odor or something, but no, it didn't smell bad at all.
yeah.
Especially if like how humid it
Uh,
was in there too.
yeah. Right, John. We do have one thing to debate about the film. You did not like the joke about like the guy who's gonna fuck his girlfriend. The big reveal.
The big reveal. I don't know.
The big reveal.
I don't know.
Everyone in the theater was
I
howling at that
know,
one.
but it felt so weird to me. I don't know how to explain it. I really don't.
Why?
Really don't. I don't know how.
You came up to me on your knees crying like I can't
Came up
believe that
to
guy's gonna fuck his girlfriend.
It's just weird.
And I'm like, John, it's okay. He's rich.
No,
He can
it's
afford
just
it.
weird.
He can afford childcare. What's weird about it?
No, like I said, I can't explain it, but it just makes me feel uncomfortable whenever I saw that scene.
I was like, this guy's based. He's gonna fuck his girlfriend. That's cool.
I guess since I don't know, I'm not gonna
Since you got your
I'm not
girlfriend
gonna get
pregnant.
into it because it just I don't know how I would explain it, but I just didn't really like that scene. It just made me feel uncomfortable. It called me Enso,
Well, I
which made me
thought it was
feel bad
epic.
afterwards. I felt really bad.
Well, you did get off in solo energy about
Did
it
I?
initially. Yeah, you did. You're like, I can't believe he
I
fucked
didn't
his
say it like
girlfriend.
that. Definitely didn't say it like that. No,
You
I
did.
didn't.
You did. You did, and then you started like swerving when you were driving.
Didn't
Everyone
even
was seeing
drive. I hitched a ride with them shot.
it. Yeah, it's true. But I think that's all we got to say.
Really?
That's it.
I think there's more.
But do you have anything else to say? I feel like I covered
We
everything I
could
wanted
talk
to
about
say.
like the characters themselves.
I mean, obviously they're
Yeah,
good.
I don't
I
think
mean,
there's like
it's the Love Is War
there's not
movie. I mean,
a
yeah, they're
single
good.
character I don't like from that whole franchise and series. Even the even the boyfriend and girlfriend, they make me uncomfortable. I still like them as characters. I think they're funny and contribute a little bit.
Yeah.
And
No, it was stellar.
good characters. It just I don't know why that part made me feel weird. And then all like the grown adults were like,
It's
"Woo!"
because he fucked his girlfriend, dude. That's fucking. It goes raw. Moments that go raw. That scene.
I don't know, but who would you say is your favorite character from all of them,
Kaguya,
bro?
the title
She's
character.
good.
Yeah, I think Kaguya is my favorite. I love how conniving and shitty she is sometimes, but also is an adorable uwu anime girl sometimes. I love that
Yeah,
combination.
like how she says her iconic line. How cute.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
It's great. I like that scene actually did happen finally. Like they always imagine it, but it actually did happen. You know, in universe for the first time in that movie.
yeah. How'd she say it? I can't pronounce it, or I can't say it right. You know how to say it?
Kawaii. That
No, no, she says it differently, and
I don't
it's hard to
remember.
put it because I'm a American boy.
I'll put the clip in.
おかわいいこと。
Right, it's right there.
Whoa,
Wow,
she
isn't that
she
amazing?
did the iconic voice line. Um, you know, for my favorite character, it's really hard to choose because in the beginning it was Kaguya as well, I would say, but then as of recent, I feel like my favorite character is Hayasaka, her assistant who helps her with a lot of things. Yeah, her
Slave,
slave
yeah.
basically. Yeah. I feel bad
Yeah,
for her.
pretty
Hi,
much.
it's like a little bit like that scene where he points out how did it go? Like she was clearly
The
like
rap
irritated
scene.
with Kage, but Kage like didn't like acknowledge it. Yeah, we talked about this before.
Yeah, that's in season 3. That's not
Yeah, I know,
Kaguya.
but I'm just saying, like, I just like her as a character. I don't know why.
That rap episode is probably one of the best like episodes of
In
TV, though.
all of TV.
Yeah, honestly. So it was so goated.
Walter White would like to have a word with you on that.
Nah, I haven't seen Breaking Bad. Probably not as good as
I
Kaguya.
don't know.
Hot
I've seen
take.
both, and it's kinda hard to say. Both are really good for me. I
Um,
really enjoy both of them.
well, I haven't seen it, and that guy's bald. So L plus ratio
Well, that's
plus
due to
look at that
cancer, of
hairline
course, which
plus,
is insensitive.
which is
I don't know why
cringe.
you
Cringe
would
thing
say
to
these
get.
things. That's just mean and out of his
She
control, of
just eat like a
course.
lemon or some shit, dude.
But
Control these nuts
enough
going in your
about
mouth.
the
You
goat
can't.
Walter White. Also, Ishigami is probably one of my favorite characters too.
He's so cool.
So
He's so
cool, even though
cool.
he's like not in the show. He's like a lonely guy. He's like
No,
quiet.
he has his moments though. He has his moments of being like cool, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah, like the what was it, the sports day scene? The
yeah. He says, "You
yeah.
dumbass."
Yeah, that was great. I was clapping my hands. I was like, "Yeah, you go, girl. You tell her."
Yeah,
Yeah.
get him.
But I really it's there's a scene I like of Ishigami when he comments on Chika Fujiwara's like, "Oh, like is that a new shampoo you're wearing?" Remember that? That was creepy.
I do. But that's also season like 1, John. John, we gotta talk about the movie,
Who
not like
cares?
just Love Is War
Well,
in
we're
general.
already
This is
done
not
talking about the
a
movie.
Love
We
Is
could just
War
talk
discussion.
about
This is
Love is War in general.
no, John. You can't. That has to be a
Doesn't
separate
matter.
episode. No. Yes, it does. To me.
You're crazy.
To me, John. To me.
AI Joe Rogan goes off topic in his podcast too.
AI Joe Rogan's scientifically made to be the best podcast host ever. I don't think we're on that
I
level.
think we're close.
John, we can have a separate podcast about Love Is War, the anime, but we're just here to talk about the movie.
I don't
All
want to be
right?
such an ass.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I just might
John.
retire after this.
We can do Love Is War like season 1, 2, and 3.
I need to
Do
rewatch it
that.
though.
But this is about the movie.
Well, I want to talk more, but apparently you're done already with talking about the movie.
This is the movie. This is the
You sound
podcast about
insane.
the
What do you mean?
movie. What do
Why
you
did you
mean?
say this is the movie? Like I know we're talking about the movie.
This is this is the episode about the
This
movie.
is the movie.
We can't just talk
We're
about
talking
Love
about
Is War
Seth
in
Rogen.
general.
Like, are you not gonna cut that out?
No, because that was part of our film
Well,
experience.
me and M shots. You weren't really there for that.
No, but I saw the. I mean, I saw the plushie. I was
Yeah, I
dumb,
was
I saw it.
subconsciously like playing with it, I guess. Even though I was like mainly focused on the movie. Did you at one point stop watching the film to like, kind of glance at me like playing with it?
No, I just saw it in the
That's
corner of
good.
my eye. I was like,
What
what
was
the
I doing
fuck?
with it? I don't really know.
You're just like playing around with it like a schoolgirl. You're just like
like kind of like a
moving
doll.
it, moving its arms. Yeah, it
That's funny. I kind of remember doing that, but not really.
was.
That's still funny to think about. What else? Oh, when the movie ended though, and you forgot your phone in the theater. I don't know if you noticed, but there's two guys standing like near the bathrooms, and I think one of them or two of them had like a full-on tuxedo on. Yeah, so I
I
thought
did
that was
see that.
pretty
Yeah.
funny. Are we gonna mention that one thing that person said when we
When
were leaving?
oh yeah, when we were walking out, what was it? What? I don't remember it fully. You said it.
Are you trying to trick me into saying it? I don't want to say
You
it.
said it.
It's offensive, isn't it?
Why?
So why?
No,
You say it then. Do you?
no,
Why do
you
you
said
want
it.
me to say it?
I don't know why you. Okay, he said Ukraine wouldn't, or Ukraine couldn't,
Oh
or
yeah,
something
he
like
said.
that.
No, he said Ukraine could never. Yeah.
Ukraine could never. Yeah, Ukraine could
What's
never. That's what he said. I legitimately just
what's
didn't
that even supposed to
remember that
mean
shit.
though?
I think he just meant like they could never make a film that good. And honestly, they're right.
Why say that?
He's right.
That's
He was
weird.
right.
It's funny though.
I don't know. He was like an edgy. He was an edgy like
Ukraine could
teenager.
never. A little bit of hard work they could.
Uh, no,
Yeah, give him
never.
some. Oops, hit my mic.
But I think that's everything we gotta say about the
Shut up.
movie, John.
Uh, let's see. What else could we milk out of it? Uh,
John, just let it end.
no.
Just let the podcast.
We haven't even done like a proper like outro
All
yet.
right. We don't need the
Ooh.
proper outro, John. I'll just play like a music fading out, and then or I'll fade us out and fade music in. You don't even need to like do a proper like outro. Like I could end it like
No,
right now,
yeah.
like right now.
Right,
It's like good.
chunks. I feel like we're missing something. I think
We're
we are
not.
though. Oh, uh, so on the moist meter, Miguel, where would you place it on or at? On the
The
moist meter.
moist meter. The moist
You heard me
meter.
right. On the meter, I guess. If you don't.
Initiating moisture.
Kaguya-Sama Love is War is gonna get a fat 90% on the moist meter. Pretty good film. Just felt like should have felt more like a film, but other than that, pretty goated, pretty goated. It tickled my balls so hard that I was laughing so much in the theaters. Made my heart swell. Made me get a boner. I came prematurely at one point.
Thanks. Thank you for your input, Charlie. Now, I would like to hear what you what you place it.
I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
All right. I think I would also place it at a 95%. It's a really great film. I really do want to see it again, actually, just to watch that Ishigami laugh scene. Mainly.
It
Yeah,
was just such a great
yeah, I love that.
little thing.
But I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
no, this is fun.
Catch us in a year
Hopefully, we
for
could
the
do
next
it
one.
not in a year and sooner, much sooner than a year. The next one, right? Okay.
Nope.
Well, see ya.
Nope.
See you in a year.
Nope. Nope.
Bye.